So the Boston Bruins started out their West Coast trip with a win against San Jose, and they were going into the Los Angeles Kings saying, hey, maybe we can get another one and keep the momentum, and that's exactly what they did. Now, they struggled a little bit in the first period. I thought the Kings, carried the play for quite a bit, but the only goal of that period was on the power play. Marchand would find Pastrnak, and Pastrnak would just rifle this top shelf. Bruins are up 1-0. As I said, first period wasn't great. Swayman made some spectacular saves to keep the Bruins in it. They would go into the second period, and the LA Kings would strike back. The ball would hit LaFerriere, and he would score on a nice breakaway for his first career NHL goal. Seems like the Bruins are really good at giving rookies their first NHL goal thus far this season. But hey, when he's looking back, when he eventually retires, he's got himself a pretty one for his first one. Forbort would have a really great shift during the sequence. He would have a slap shot from the point that went off the bar and out, gets back to him, goes off Lucic, gets over to Geekie, and Geekie would get his first goal as a Bruin. And it's kind of good because I've liked what I've seen from Geekie thus far. He's got a big physical presence to him, and I think more goals will come when he gets in those greasy areas, but the Bruins would not be done. Pastrnak over to Brad Marchand, and Marchand, kind of a squeaker, right off Kopitar's skates and in between Talbot's legs. Bruins go up 3-1, and the Bruins handily carried that second period. It was pretty much all bees throughout the whole period. And going into the third, Marchand would score yet again, and this was a nice low cycle. Zacha to Pastrnak up to Marchand in front with nobody around him. He would beat the goalie far side. And that's kind of a line combination we saw with Pasta and Marchand being put back together, 2/3 of that quote-unquote perfection line. And with some of the offensive, I wouldn't say struggles, but with some of the lack of offensive production in certain circumstances, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bruins start switching up and maybe putting Marchand and Pastrnak together from time to time, because I think Zacha has really good chemistry. And I know you want to lengthen your lineup, but they looked pretty good when they were playing together, just like back in the old days. The Boston Bruins were perfect on their penalty kill and were the best unit in the NHL until just a little over a minute left in the game. Bad penalty taken, shot from the point. Grundstrom gets a nice tip on it for his third of the season. And that would be all the scoring. Bruins win this game 4-2. So what are my main takeaways from this? Swayman looked good. And to me, he's going to be a pivotal part of this Bruins team. Like, Ullmark and Swayman need to be good if this team is going to be anywhere near Stanley Cup contender. I think Matt Patra had some really good shifts. In that sequence, I think it was the third one where Forbort from the point. In that sequence, he was very smart, kept puck possession, kept control, set up the whole thing, kind of got his legs moving. I think this was a solid game from Patra again. So for me, it's like on the list, it's like 3 out of 4 solid games at the NHL level. And he's making it a very, very difficult decision for the Bruins. Another thing I'd have to mention, Jake DeBrusk sitting out, missed a team meeting, had him benched. Brown gets into the lineup. Lucic was up top with Pasta to start the game. And you know what? I was skeptical of Lucic, and I'm not saying he's an offensive juggernaut, but I like what I've seen thus far. He's kind of a nice combination, a guy you can occasionally throw into your top 6. You do not want him regularly in your top 6. But Lucic played well, and yeah, I mean, that signing for $1 million, I think it is just looking better and better as time goes on. And as for the LA Kings, I mean, LaFerriere getting his first NHL goal, that's something to note. They kind of looked, after that first period, they play a 1-3-1. It seems like they struggle to get a lot going in the offensive zone, and they hit a bar or two, but yeah, they really couldn't get anything going. I think the LA Kings is a very good team. They'll figure it out. They got a lot of talent on that roster. A guy I'm looking to, maybe have kind of a breakout season would be Byfield, but, Kopitar, Byfield, there's a lot of talent. The only question mark for me on that team is in net. Cam Talbot, a couple of the goals I probably think he should have had, like that first goal that Marchand scored. I know it went off the skates of Kopitar, but I'm looking at Talbot to stop that shot. That shouldn't have gone in. So if I'm an LA Kings fan, that is probably my takeaway. The goaltending is still kind of a question mark. Not to knock Copley or Talbot, but, we just don't know what you're going to get from them night in, night out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing this occasionally in person clips, kind of having fun with it. I want to be able to talk more about the game and not be so restrained with the copyright stuff. But yep, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. I'm Captain Paul, and I'll see you in the next one.
Were better in terms of their want to win a hockey game.